Are you brand new to selling on eBay and you're wondering how the heck do I actually go about shipping something when it sells? Well, if that's the case, you're in the right place, because in today's video, we're going to briefly touch on supplies that you need in order to ship things on eBay. And then we're going to jump into my eBay account. I'm going to show you exactly how to purchase and print shipping labels, both one at a time, as well as in bulk using their bulk shipping tool. So you can purchase several labels at the exact same time. So with that being said, let's hop right into it. Now, as far as supplies go, I always recommend having your shipping supplies on hand and ready to go before even listing something on eBay, because the last thing that you want is for something to sell and then you're scrambling around looking for shipping supplies in order to get it out on time to provide a good buying experience for your buyers. So always keep your, Amazon shipping boxes or any online purchases that you make. Keep those boxes on hand if you plan on selling something on eBay and it looks like the box will be a good fit for what it is that you have. There's plenty of ways to get free boxes. I purchase boxes from Grainger, Zorro, and sometimes Uline. I'll link those down in the description below. Again, I'm going to be brief on what I recommend keeping on hand because it really varies depending on what it is that you're selling. So I'm just going to go over some quick examples of what you might need on hand in order to ship a variety of items. So as far as boxes go, again, you can purchase the brown boxes on the websites I just mentioned. We just sell shoes, so I keep on hand 14 by 8 by 6, 14 by 10 by 6, and 16 by 12 by 6 boxes. And that covers pretty much all of my shipping needs as far as shoes go. We do also keep on hand some of these priority mail shoe boxes. Anything priority mail that looks like this is going to be completely free. You can purchase these on USPS's website. They have many different sizes, many different options. We're gonna talk more about that when we're actually purchasing our shipping label later on in today's video. But a brief overview, if you use these boxes, they have to be shipped using a priority mail service through USPS. So if you want to ship something FedEx or UPS, you're going to need to use brown boxes. And same situation with USPS ground shipping. You still need to use a brown box for that. These are specifically for USPS priority mail shipping. And then in addition to boxes, if you're not shipping shoes, or even if you are shipping shoes, sometimes we ship some cheaper pre-owned shoes in these poly bags, but poly bags are great to have on hand, especially if you're shipping out clothing. These are very inexpensive. You can just slide the clothing piece right in it. It seals itself right up. You can slap your label directly on this and it's good to go. For things that are slightly more fragile, but not super fragile, I definitely wouldn't ship any like glass in these, but these padded mailers are pretty much the same situation as the poly mailers, except they have a little cushion. They have like bubble wrap built into them. This is great for like video games and some small, relatively non-fragile items that are maybe inside of a box and you want to protect that box a little bit. You can slide the box in here. I don't know. If you want to pick up some of these bubble mailers, it's a great option as well if you need to provide a little bit more protection than just a standard poly mailer. And then in addition to that, packing paper, having some packing paper on hand. So whenever you get something boxed up, you can fill all the voids. So whatever the item is, isn't shaken around loosely in the box during shipping, as well as bubble wrap. If you're shipping anything fragile, you're definitely gonna wanna keep some bubble wrap on hand. I don't have any on hand. We don't really need it shipping shoes. So if you're shipping anything fragile, definitely have some bubble wrap on hand. And then you're gonna need some tape. You don't necessarily need a tape gun. If you want to just use scissors, that's perfectly fine. Tape gun is just a little bit more efficient than cutting and having to find that edge of the tape, but having tape and tape gun is definitely a must. And then once you have your items packaged up, you're going to need to know the dimensions of the package as well as the weight of the package. This is going to determine how much your shipping label is going to cost. We're going to need that information when we plug it into eBay here pretty soon. I have a sample package that I've already packaged up. We're going to be going over this box right here. So obviously these boxes, they already state the dimensions, 14 by 8 by 6. If you have any boxes that don't have the dimensions written on them, like if you're reusing some Amazon packages, or if you just don't know the dimensions of your package, you're gonna need a tape measure or a ruler or something, anything to measure the box. It's very important. If you don't accurately input the dimensions and the weight on eBay, you can be charged for the difference. So if you put in the wrong dimensions on a box and then you ship it out, and then a few days later, your eBay lets you know that you were charged $1.50 or $2.60. It's because the postal service noticed the underpayment and they charged your account. And the opposite is also true. This is very rarely happened, but occasionally if you overpay for shipping, they're gonna do the exact same thing. So if you say the box is too big or the box is too heavy, and it ended up coming in as a smaller package or a smaller weight, and you overpaid, they will reimburse you as well. But that happens a lot less than you actually getting charged for underpaying. as you can probably imagine. So anyway, we have the dimensions of this box. This is 14 by 8 by 6. And then the last thing that we're gonna need to know is the weight. A little digital scale like this is super inexpensive. You can probably get them as cheap as like $15 to $20 on Amazon. I think this one is only $20. So again, relatively inexpensive. You're gonna need to know the weight of your package. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on, wait for it to zero out, and I will put the package on here. This package is coming in at exactly 4 pounds even. So 4 pounds, 0 ounces. So now that we have our weight as well as the dimensions of our package, let's hop into my eBay account. I'm gonna show you exactly how to purchase shipping. And there's gonna be a scenery change. I'm gonna head into my office because it's just a little bit easier to screen record and record myself up there as opposed to on my laptop here. So let's get into that. Quick side note. If you're already listing on eBay and you're considering cross-posting your items to sites like Poshmark or Mercari or Facebook Marketplace to get more eyes on those items, hopefully leading to some more sales, I highly recommend checking out Vendu. Vendu is a software that I've personally used for quite some time now. It's a platform where I can manage all of my listings in one place. I can cross-post my items to up to 11 different marketplaces, again, leading to more eyes on my items and in turn leading to more sales coming into my business. And my absolute favorite part about it is when something sells on eBay, like the items that we are demoing in today's video, Vendu is automatically going to recognize that sale and it's going to delist it off of all of the other platforms that I have it listed on, saving me the time from manually delisting those items, as well as helping me avoid double selling items. And they aren't just a cross-listing service. They have many other tools such as bulk editing tools, so I can edit a bunch of listings at one single time and update them across many different platforms, as well as bulk offers, which allows me to send out offers in bulk to a bunch of different potential buyers across many different platforms with just a few clicks. If you want to try it out yourself, I've got a link to it down in the description below so you can get signed up today. Thank you, Vendu, for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back to shipping. Okay, so now that we have our package dimensions and our package weight, now we just need to hop into eBay and purchase our shipping labels. So all I've done so far is I've gone into the Seller Hub and I've navigated over to the Orders tab, the orders awaiting shipment. And I mentioned previously that we were going to go over both purchasing one shipping label at a time and doing bulk shipping labels. So we'll do the single one at first. This little color here on the screen is just blocking out buyer information. So just gonna make sure that none of that gets exposed. And then I'm gonna scroll down. The package that we had already packaged up and weighed were these shoe trees down here. So I sold these shoe trees. We're just gonna click on Get Shipping Label. And then once we click Get Shipping Label, it's gonna pull up where we purchase our shipping. As you can see, the weight and the dimensions have already been preloaded. I recommend when you're putting your eBay listing together, it gives you the option to enter in the weight as well as the dimensions into the listing. So whenever you go to purchase your shipping, it's already filled out for you. So I already had mine pre-entered. As you remember, we weighed these in at 4 pounds even, and the dimensions of our box was 14 by 8 by 6. Once we have our weight and our dimensions correctly entered right here, we're just gonna scroll down and this is gonna give us all of the services that we have to choose from. And then if I move this box up out of the way, as you can see down in the bottom right hand corner, this is going to show the total of what the shipping label is, and then we can purchase the shipping label down there. But before we hop into that, let's go over all of the shipping services. So just to give you guys an idea of all of the options that you have, I'm going to go ahead and click Compare All Services, and it's automatically selecting USPS Ground Advantage. I typically ship everything ground unless the buyer requests to have it shipped priority or a faster shipping service. And in that case, they're going to be paying extra for that service. But I'm typically comparing between USPS Ground Advantage, FedEx, and UPS Ground Saver. Those are the 3 cheapest options. They're not the fastest options, but they're the cheapest as far as what I'm usually shipping. As you can see under USPS Ground Advantage, all of the priority mail options are coming in. I mentioned that on USPS's website, you can get the priority mail packages completely for free. They do offer the flat rate options. As you can see, it says flat rate right there. Anything that says flat rate, you have to be using that specific package from USPS. That basically just means that if it fits in that package, it ships for one flat rate. As you can see, a flat rate envelope costs $8.75, a legal envelope costs $9.05, a small box costs $9.30, padded envelope costs $9.55, and they have many other options. If I select just USPS, it's going to filter out everything else. They've got the medium box for $16.65, large box for $23.95. These come in handy if you're selling something that's really heavy, but it's really small. So if you have something that's really heavy and it fits into one of USPS's options, that might be your cheapest option, and it's priority mail, so it's going to get to the buyer faster than using a ground service. And also, most of the priority mail boxes and envelopes that they offer, you can pick up from USPS in person. So you don't necessarily have to have them shipped to your house from USPS's website. You can go grab some from your local post office. But if you have one of their boxes that does not say flat rate on it, it's not a flat rate small box, it's not a flat rate padded envelope, you just have a box that says USPS priority mail on it. Like in the beginning of today's video, when I showed the priority mail shoebox that I have on hand, it's just a priority mail box. It's not flat rate, so I still have to enter the dimensions and the weight for that package. And if that's something that you're going to do, you have to select USPS priority mail, and that's going to factor in the weight and the dimensions of your package, and it's going to give you a rate. This is not a flat rate. As you can see, if I change the weight of this to 1 pound, all of the flat rate prices are going to stay the same, but the priority mail price dropped to $9.92. Now, I did want to mention that the priority mail option can be used on brown boxes. It doesn't specifically have to be a branded priority mail box. If you have a brown box and you want to ship it priority mail to get it to the buyer faster, you can just enter the weight and the dimensions and select USPS priority mail, and it's still an option. Again, you don't necessarily have to have a priority mail branded box. But if you're doing flat rate, you do have to have that priority mail flat rate specific sized box for the service that you select. Now, if I unselect USPS and then select FedEx and UPS, lately I've been mainly shipping FedEx Ground Economy. It's been the cheapest service. As you can see, if you compare it to Ground Advantage was $11.45. FedEx Ground Economy was $10.73. Not a drastic difference, but still a dollar saved here and there definitely adds up, especially the more that you're shipping. So if you have a FedEx local to you, or if you have a Walgreens, you can drop off FedEx packages at Walgreens. It's definitely something to look into, especially if you have some brown boxes that you can ship items in. And then I rarely use UPS Ground Saver, but UPS Ground Saver is another ground option that can come in relatively cheap. I do check the price on that. If it's significantly cheaper than FedEx Ground Economy, I'll use that. But most of my packages are getting shipped FedEx Ground Economy. That is typically the best price, at least for what I am selling. Obviously, in this option, I'm going to use FedEx Ground Economy. If I come down to the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, I can click Purchase Shipping Label. And then as you can see, once you hit the purchase shipping label, it's going to purchase the label, and it's automatically going to pop up your print screen for you. So all you have to do is hit print. Again, not down in my garage. So I'm actually just going to download this label and email it to me, and then I'm going to print it off when I'm back downstairs at my shipping station. Here I want to talk about printing. If you have a regular inkjet printer, you can just print the label off, cut the label to the right size, and then tape it directly on your box. If you've started selling a lot more on eBay or other selling platforms, I definitely recommend getting a thermal label printer. This is going to save you on ink because thermal label printers don't need any ink. It is a bit of an expense, so I definitely don't recommend getting it like right at the start. They do have some cheaper options nowadays on Amazon. You can get like a $75 thermal label printer. I've tested these out before. They definitely aren't as reliable as some of the more expensive options. It's definitely good enough to get you started. I've just ran into some issues with some of the cheaper options. I highly recommend Rollo label printers. They have wireless and wired versions. If you don't need the wireless option, like you're not planning on printing wirelessly using your phone or from a laptop or something, I recommend just going with the wired option. The wired option is a little easier to use. You can just plug it directly into your computer. Once you hit print, it automatically prints. The wired option is going to print a lot faster, and you don't really have to worry about it being connected to Wi-Fi. So there's less like friction for things to go wrong with it. I have had both for years. The wireless printer has been great, but all the way down in my garage, having the wired option, just because I'm a little out of range from my my router, is just a little bit more of a reliable option. So the Rollos, I think that the wired version is just under $200. So it's around double the price of some of the cheaper options on Amazon, but I do think it's worth the upgrade. So eventually getting a thermal label printer would be great, but if you don't have any printer at all, there are some ways that you can work around this. I got started selling on eBay when I lived in an apartment complex. So if you live in an apartment complex, they usually have like a business center down by the office, and I would just go down there and pretty much just print off all of my shipping labels every single day, then bring them back up to my apartment, cut them out, and then tape them on the box. That was an easy free option. But nowadays, eBay offers QR codes. This isn't something that I've ever done myself, so I don't have experience with it. Ever since they rolled it out, I've had a thermal label printer, so I've just been using that instead of using QR codes. But after you purchase a shipping label, you can also opt for a QR code, and then you can just package your item up, take it to the post office, have them scan your QR code, and then they will print the label off for you and put the label in the box. So if you don't have a printer, you don't have to worry about it too much. Just take advantage of that QR code option, take it to USPS, and they'll print off the label for you. So that covers purchasing labels by themselves. Now let's hop into the bulk shipping tool. This is gonna be really quick. Now that we have the gist of how to purchase your shipping label on eBay, the bulk tool is just gonna save you a ton of time because you can do everything that we just did, except on multiple orders at one time. So let's hop right on into that. All right, so back on our orders tab, the manage orders awaiting shipment, we can literally just click this checkbox right here that is going to automatically check all of the items that we have available for shipment. And then once we have all of our items selected, we can just come up to shipping and then click get shipping label. And this is going to automatically bring us to the bulk shipping tab. Now, since we already went over how to purchase the shipping labels individually, this is going to be super straightforward. This is so much easier than going one by one. It's a lot faster. In my opinion, I know some people still prefer doing things one at a time, but this option is going to be much quicker. So once we have all of our items that are ready for shipment pulled up in the bulk shipping tool, we just need to go through them one by one and enter in our package dimensions and select our shipping service. So as you can see right here, we have these vans. I know these are going to be in a 14 by 8 by 6 box. These weighed just over 2 pounds. So I'm just going to round it up to 3 because I always like to overshoot it. If it's like 2 pounds, 6 ounces, I just go ahead and put it in at 3 just to avoid any overcharges in shipping. And then this drop down box is where we're going to be able to see all of our shipping options. See if I can get this out of the way. This is going to give us all of our shipping options. So just looking through this really quick, I can see that our cheapest option is going to be UPS Ground Saver, but UPS Ground Advantage is only 30 cents more. But since USPS Ground Advantage is only 30 cents more, I don't like going out of the way to UPS. It's just a little bit out of the way for me. If you're close to UPS, maybe saving the 30 cents is okay with you, but going completely out of my way just to save 30 cents just isn't quite worth it to me personally. So I'm going to select Ground Advantage, and then that option is done. It's going to show the cost of the shipping label off to the right here. This one's going to be $11.71, and then we'll move on to the next one. This one says eBay shipping via FedEx, and it's fully covered by eBay. Basically what that means is eBay offers authenticity guarantee on certain items in certain categories. I think it's just shoes over $75, purses and handbags over a certain dollar amount, and then trading cards over a certain dollar amount. If you're selling in one of those categories and you list something that qualifies for authenticity guarantee, it's automatically going to be applied to your listing. So you don't have to do anything extra at all. And then when you get to the shipping label purchase, it's literally just going to be free. And you don't have to enter in any information. eBay's just going to give you a label. You're going to print it off and you're going to have to take it to FedEx. As you can see, it is authenticity guarantee right here. So as you can see, that one's free. And then we're going to move on down to this next one. This one was also in a 14 by 8 by 6 box. It came in at like 1 pound and 12 ounces. So again, rounding up to the 2 pound mark. And as you can see, well, actually you can't see because I'm blocking the buyer's address, but it's going to Puerto Rico. I don't ever recommend sending something ground over a body of water. So I'm going to upgrade this one to priority mail. It's going to cost me $12.06. I'm going to come up to move me out of the way. I'm going to come up to the top right of my screen and hit review purchase. This is going to show you basically everything that you have decided to purchase. Then you're going to come over here to confirm and pay. And then from here, you can just hit print labels. It's going to open up your labels in a new tab, and then you can just print it from the top right up here and then hit print on this screen. But again, I'm just going to download these and email them to myself and print them later. And if you're wondering how to download labels and email them to yourself, there's literally just a button underneath the print labels that says download labels. You can just click that, and that is shipping on eBay. I hope it was a lot simpler than you might have thought. I think a lot of people get hung up on the process of shipping on eBay before they get started. But anybody that's been selling on eBay for a while, after the first few items that they've sold, they don't stress about shipping anymore. It's just a matter of doing it. Once you do it and learn it, it's a lot easier than it can initially come off as. So if this video was helpful, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know by hitting the thumbs up on this video. And if you want to see some more eBay reselling videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you're notified upon future video releases. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.